Okay, there we go. Here, recording we are live. I think it is only fair I start this video with a bit of context for whether you're watching for the first time, whether you've been watching. I'm 19 years old, I'm 20, December 22nd. I was born and raised in Ireland, my parents are Moldovan, and I have a business that generates about $40,000 per month. This month we will end easily above 50, in my opinion. And I'm someone who moved out of college, or dropped out of college, moved out of my hometown, and broke up with my girl to go all in on business. I'm one of them guys. The guy who sacrifices everything, pure delusion, knows he can do it, and what some of you may refer to as youthful conviction. I'm at a point where I'm facing the consequences. And what I mean by that is funny and weird, because you wouldn't expect it. But the business is doing better than ever. A few months ago, I really wanted to go to Bali. I was like, why is it I'm working on this business? Why is it I've sacrificed everything? I can't even be where I want to be. I've done a lot. I've gone through a lot of pain to get to where I am, to be totally honest with you guys. And to be honest with myself, because I reflected recently. I suggest you watch the other videos if you haven't. This whole thing, this whole YouTube is for me. It's not for anyone, but I think it's cool to show my kids one day that I had a channel that people could watch back on. But yeah, I'm the guy who did it all. I'm the guy who lost it all. I'm the guy who sacrificed everything to get to where he is today. And how does it feel? It's okay. I went solo traveling last year for a couple months. Must have had 10 to 15K. Because I saved. I worked in a supermarket. I didn't come from money or any of that. And I saved as much as I could. And I had some crypto savings, so it was like 10, 15K total. I must have been spending like 2 or 3K a month traveling. Did it for a couple months straight. Ran through all the money, of course, because that was the whole point. Have a good time, have experiences. I've not changed since then. Maybe I've gained a bit of body fat, but I've not changed since then. My hairline's receded. But in regards to actually as a person, I'm the same. I speak with more conviction. I'm more monotone than ever, but I've not changed. And I refer back. I dropped out, I moved out, and I broke up with my girl. And to be totally transparent, obviously I dropped out because I wanted to go all in. I moved out because I wanted to break out of the hometown mentality. I refer back to moving. I refer to, and I say this often to people I meet nowadays, that I broke out of my hometown not on a physical income plane, more so on a spiritual, mental, as in I think differently now. I broke out of the hometown mentality. I don't believe what we're told or what we believe as hometowners. I've broken free of that. But the one thing, I did break up with my girl, and there was obviously reasoning for that. Our visions didn't align, we wanted to do different things, and I ended it. I think that's pretty mutual. And I saw her when I went to Ireland. I've gone home like 4 times this year. And I think the second last time I went, I got drunk one night with my brother for his birthday. He's 22. Went to a club. I was sober drunk because I was taking care of him, and then by the time we got in the taxi, it all hit me at once. Mr. realized I was neglecting the emotions for such a long period of time. I was about to go to Bulgaria for a month to self-isolate. Boy, did I miss her that night. I started breaking down in the back of the taxi. Broke down on my brother. He was drunk. I was like, he'll be okay. He doesn't know how to deal with this. I brought him to bed, put him in the bed, took the blanket, put it on him. Went to my room, started breaking down. I messaged her, I was like, hey, I'm home for a couple more days if you want to meet up. And I did, long story short, I don't want this to be all with trauma dump. I did meet up with her. And I saw that she was in a good state, as in, it was as if she didn't care. She was able to hold herself super well, emotionally intelligent, all that. And I thought she just didn't care anymore. And I was so emotionally charged by the end of it, I invited her to Bulgaria for a month with me, and to just see if it was worth entertaining, which by then I knew it wasn't. I was just so emotionally charged. Everything came back to me. And I got rejected. And growing up, I've had such low self-esteem with women, the way I was raised, the traumas I've endured, if you will, where it hit me like a tank. And this must have been February, or not even, it must have been a couple months ago, February, I broke up with her. But it really hit me. And I really realized I need to just like max out every aspect of my life, not just financial. Physical appeal, physique, income, of course, hobbies, interests, peace, happiness, self-conviction, self-love, a lot of things like that. And I've been working on them since I became conscious of my low self-esteem, particularly with women. Now I saw her again, but this time it was to cut it off, and I did, and it ended like a movie, but I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm going to talk about the fact that there's so many moments where not that I asked myself if it was all worth it, but I know it was, but I just miss existence. I'll refer to it as existence, because I'd say now I'm living, but that was existence. I used to exist, now I live to live. There's a very big difference I would like to leave. But I kind of miss it. Not a lot. But doing stupid stuff with your friends, not caring about if it's too wasteful of a time, and I still have good times, I still have days off, but not worrying. I love business, I love the stress it brings. Being around my brothers, who I don't have a close connection with now, because I'm so far away. Having a girlfriend. Being close to my parents. And I'll say this, when I was 14 or 15, when I was 14 I started making money online, and I spent so much time cooped up upstairs in my room that I convinced myself my parents hated me. And I believed it so much. And obviously they tell you when you grow up that it wasn't true. But I feel like I did it to myself again. Maybe that's the type of person I am, maybe that's how I raised myself. Not to run away from problems, but to not feel loved. And it's a self-esteem thing I'm definitely working on. But I don't have a close connection to my young brother who's 13. I mean, he just thinks I probably left. I don't know what he thinks. My brother's 22, he's doing a trade job, he's busy, I don't speak to him much. I speak to my mom every few days. Don't speak to my dad, he doesn't call me, I don't call him because I feel like he should call me. Obviously don't have a girl. I have friends who do business who I met recently. A couple of months ago, I've known them for a short period of my life, but I don't have anyone anymore. Maybe I never did. I've lost full attachment to my hometown. I've never seen my ex again. But I did that for her, so she could grow, because she was holding on. But I miss having a girl. 8 minutes 52, and now I'm starting to talk about what the title is probably about. This channel is not about my journey to X per month. Who cares about the financial state of things? My journey is about my mental progression, and this is one of those things. I refer back to low self-esteem a lot because it's a big thing that I've been working on, and I think it's a lot better than it was, to be fair. And I don't like to say it, but there is a subconscious void. And I'm sure my mind believes it would be covered by a woman even though it wouldn't. I just love the idea of feeling loved. And it's felt like such a long time since unconditional love. I don't know. So foreign to me, to be honest. And I don't know how to feel about it, but it doesn't feel good. I move around so often, every few weeks I'm in a different country, every month I'm in a different country. It feels like the dream for most people, but for me it's not, because it's become normality, and I don't say that in an egotistical or stubborn way. I say it in a, I'm in a position where every time I meet someone, I don't know them for very long, and I don't stay in touch for very long because we go to different places. It's so inconvenient. You can't have a real relationships. And I've done it to myself, of course. Everyone I know, everyone I'm friends with is just someone who does business. I don't know how to feel about that either. A year and a bit ago, I was working at a fun fair. You know, I had my girl. Life was good. I had no money, but life was good. Came from nothing. Assumed I'd be nothing. Had an ego. We all do. Still do. And I now, the other day, met a friend of mine's friend who, their family owns a 9-figure per year profit business. I went from the guy who was destined to be nothing to now technically hang around with billionaire people. It sounds crazy. And it's funny because these videos I make don't typically get a lot of views, so if you know, you know. I'm tired, as you can tell. I wouldn't say tired, I'd say restless. I go through states where I get so excited about what I'm doing, and I just can't sleep. It does not happen often, to be honest, never. But it's one of those now where it's super bad, in a good way. I'm super excited about business. But I go back. I miss having a girl. I miss walking into a room and having them smile at you. I miss making stupid dad jokes, sex jokes. Having someone to come to with my stress. Being able to make stupid jokes. Having a real attachment. Someone you can hug. I don't want to break down on camera. It's been a while. It's been difficult. And I'm sure it was for her as well. I know it was. And I know God will give me someone when He thinks the time is right. And I can put myself in those environments, but I can't force anything. And that's why I'm so excited to be settled down somewhere. This is like therapy for me, or journaling, if you will. I'd prefer to have it in a video format so I can look back at it. Maybe I'll show this to my wife one day. Hello, if I do. I really hope I do. The fear of dying alone is a scary fear. Something I've thought about often recently. Maybe that is God testing me. Maybe that is low self-esteem. Maybe I'm 19, right? Why am I thinking about this stuff? Is it overthinking? Is it microanalyzation? Ignorance is bliss, they say. And I'm not intelligent by any means, but I don't know. I miss feeling loved, appreciated, and cared for. I miss experiences. Doing small, nice things. Showing love. get it again. I mean, I don't know if. I'm sure I will. And my mind instantly goes to, but will it be the same? But the point is, it's not meant to be the same, and that's what makes a relationship, right? They're all meant to be different. They're all meant to be experiences, and that's what we live for at the end of the day. So, I miss it. I hope to have it again soon. Will it fix me? No. I'm generally in a good state. Do I want it? Sure. Can I have it? God will tell. Will I force it? No. I don't expect it to fix me, because I don't think I need fixing. I think I'm already happy where I am, and I want to grow and progress. I'm at peace instead of happiness, if you will. I think that will add. But I also understand there's not many people. That makes sense. My standards are higher. I'd like to live. Don't like drinking, don't really like clubbing. I'd expect the same from a partner. She's already a high standard nowadays. But even then, it's like I'm 19, turning 20, there's not many people that are traveling around or doing all these things or whatever it might be. It's like, what are you going to do? Settle down in a country where you meet a woman? I just need to think about it. I don't let myself think about it enough. I let myself want it, but I don't let myself process it. And because of that, it just goes into overthinking state. The process of overthinking is not letting your thoughts run their course, and I do that over and over and over and over and over again. I'll leave you with that. And I'll leave you with the last thing I left my ex with. I want you to want more for yourself, and to hold off for that. Whatever you want, you can have. For something to change physically, it must exist. For something to exist physically, it first must exist mentally. So yeah. I already cried like twice during this, but we jam.